You know, we all learn about red blood cells in school, right? They carry oxygen. Simple. But what if I told you that's not even half the story? What if these tiny cells are way smarter and more active than we ever gave them credit for? Let's get into it. Just look at these. There are about 25 trillion of them coursing through your body right now. Trillion. For the longest time, we just thought of them as simple delivery drones, but they've been hiding a secret life right under our noses. So first, let's just quickly go over the story we all know, the classic tale of the red blood cell as a tireless, but kinda dumb, oxygen courier. Okay, its official name is the erythrocyte, and yeah, its main gig is pretty straightforward. Pick up oxygen from the lungs, drop it off at the tissues that need it. This whole operation is thanks to an amazing protein called hemoglobin, which is just perfect at grabbing and letting go of oxygen. Now this is where the design gets really cool. That donut-like, dimpled shape, it's not an accident. It's brilliant. It creates a huge surface area for oxygen to hop on and off, and this is the crazy part. It lets the cell bend and twist to squeeze through blood vessels that are actually narrower than the cell itself. So where are these things made? Deep inside your bone marrow, in a process called erythropoiesis. As the cell gets ready for work, it crams itself full of hemoglobin, and then in a wild final move, it literally ejects its own nucleus. It kicks out its command center just to make more room for cargo. And your body has this perfect system for managing production. When your tissues are running low on oxygen, that's a state called hypoxia, your kidneys send out a hormone called EPO. EPO basically calls up the bone marrow and says, "Step on it, we need more red blood cells." Then, once oxygen levels are back to normal, the signal shuts off. It's a beautiful, elegant feedback loop. After all that, a single red blood cell puts in about 120 days of hard labor. 4 months. Just think about that. 4 months of nonstop work, which brings up a really fascinating question. Right, we just said it throws out its nucleus. So how in the world does it survive for 4 whole months without a brain? This is where the story starts to get really interesting. Seriously, think about what that means. No nucleus means no DNA, no blueprints for making repairs. It also has no mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell. So with no repair shop and no power plant, how does it even keep the lights on? Well, it turns out the red blood cell is this incredibly efficient little off-the-grid machine. It gets all its energy from a process called anaerobic glycolysis, which doesn't even need oxygen. And then a whole other pathway creates a molecule called NADPH. You can think of NADPH as its personal bodyguard, protecting it from all the wear and tear on its long journey. Okay, and this is where we take a sharp turn. We've seen how it survives, but now we're gonna see how it thinks. Yeah, you heard me. So forget the passive delivery drone. It's time to meet the smart oxygen sensor. This quote just nails the shift in thinking. We used to see them as passive, but now we know they're active players, constantly adjusting to what the body needs. So how do they pull that off? Okay, secret number 1. Red blood cells can make their own nitric oxide, or NO. That's a huge deal. It's a powerful signaling molecule. The cell uses it to make itself more flexible, helping it slip through those tight spots. But it also releases NO into the bloodstream, which tells the nearby blood vessels to relax and widen. This boosts blood flow right where it's needed most. It's incredibly precise. And the way it delivers the nitric oxide is just genius. See, when the cell gets to a low oxygen area, the hemoglobin molecule itself actually changes shape. This little transformation exposes a special docking site. The nitric oxide latches on, and then, as the hemoglobin drops off its oxygen, it also releases the nitric oxide. It's perfect, targeted delivery, but it gets even crazier. Scientists have discovered that red blood cells have something called hypoxic memory. They can actually remember being in a low oxygen environment. And that memory changes how they behave for the rest of their 120-day life. So you're probably wondering, how does a cell with no nucleus form a memory? Well, it's this amazing workaround. In low oxygen, a molecule called adenosine builds up outside the cell. That signal triggers the permanent destruction of a protein on the cell's surface. And since the cell can't make new parts, that protein is gone for good. This permanently primes the cell to be more sensitive in the future, making it better at boosting blood flow for the rest of its life. So this whole system is incredibly elegant, incredibly sophisticated. But, it's also delicate. What happens when something goes wrong with the cell's basic design?
Well, this is what happens, and the difference is night and day. On the left, a healthy, flexible cell doing its job. On the right, the cell in sickle cell disease. It becomes rigid, warped into this sickle shape, and it just can't flow anymore. These cells jam up the tiny blood vessels, causing excruciating pain and starving tissues of oxygen.
And the cause? It's almost unbelievable. It's a single, tiny typo in the genetic code for hemoglobin, just one mistake. But this one error causes the hemoglobin molecules to stick together and form long, rigid chains when oxygen is low. These chains are what warp the cell into that destructive sickle shape. But here's the incredible silver lining. Studying this tragic flaw has forced us to understand the red blood cell on such a deep level that we're now learning how to fix it. We're entering a whole new chapter, where this tiny cell is becoming one of medicine's most powerful allies. I mean, just think about it. It's the perfect tool. Your body already accepts it, so there's no immune reaction. It sticks around for 120 days, so now researchers are loading them up with drugs or even wrapping nanoparticles in their membranes to create stealth delivery vehicles that can sneak past the immune system. And this is maybe the most exciting part of all. We can now use technologies like CRISPR to go in and fix that tragic flaw. Scientists can take a patient's own stem cells, use CRISPR to edit a specific gene, and basically flip a switch that tells the body to start making fetal hemoglobin again. That's a type of hemoglobin we all have before we're born, and it isn't affected by the sickle cell mutation. It's a potential cure, and it's absolutely revolutionary. So, the next time you think about a red blood cell, I hope you see more than just a delivery truck. See it for what it really is, a smart, adaptable, sophisticated machine with a secret life of its own. And it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible secrets are still hiding inside all of us, just waiting to be discovered?